Hello, it's Zyhek here. Welcome to today's video, Terrible Ideas Genshin Edition. So today we're going to be discussing all the terrible ideas that I could come up with. And first terrible idea on the list is that challenges, especially the time trial challenges for commissions, for chests, and so on, etc., will become one try only, and you'll or have like a limited amount of tries. Huh? After which they will disappear until the next day. So basically, that raises the stake of the challenges. And right now, I hear a lot of people complaining that the challenges are way too easy and that they don't feel as challenging as they used to feel. I think that's just because Hoyoverse just tries to cater their game towards a casual player. But anyways, it'll be really fun to see how this is going to end up panning out. But I have a very strong feeling, that a lot of players are not going to like this change. Second idea is to randomize the feather and flower main stats. Because you know why? Whenever I play Hu Tao, I want my feather to give me HP,
Yeah,
not
boy.
attack. And whenever I play my Ayaka, I want my flower to give me attack, not HP. And even though I know that this is gonna terribly affect the grind overall, especially for free-to-play players, I think it would be a pretty fun change to make. Next idea is to make jumps cost stamina. Because you know what? Genshin doesn't feel immersive lately. And I feel that sprinting and jumping should cost roughly the same amount of stamina, just like in real life.
Nice.
And now I can only imagine what Xiao players would have to say if Hoyoverse ever decides to make this change.
Lament!
Something else that doesn't really feel immersive lately is the cooking system. I have a feeling that sweet madams have lost their identity. They used to be a core item in my exploration, because without food I would just not survive. But nowadays it feels like I can just cook up 200 or 300 of sweet madams
Nice.
at once and never bother to actually use the portable cooking stove ever again. So what I think would make a lot of sense, remove auto cook function from the game. Considering the fact that Genshin's timeline is set to be around 18th or 19th century, I don't think they had an auto cook system back in the day. And without it, I feel like the game would feel much more immersive. And just like back in the good old day, food will become prestigious as something only the richest can afford. Immersive, right? Speaking about this topic, let's also add a sleeping function into the game and make it necessary for travelers to sleep every night. Or elsewise, introduce a system that will punish the players just like in Minecraft, for example, where players, after a certain amount of sleepless nights, would start taking continuous damage, and also their characters start doing less damage. Isn't this just a nice recipe for success, right? Also, another terrible idea which would make Genshin more realistic is whenever a player pulls a weapon, in order to actually get the weapon, would have to go to the blacksmith and craft the weapon manually. For some weapons, especially the 5-star weapons, this process would take up to a day, or even days or weeks or even months in some cases. Now let's talk about wishing. One thing that's been bothering me all this time, for as long as I've been playing, is the fact that pity is set to 90, not 100, like a nice round number. So I feel like making a small adjustment and adjusting this number to 100
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
wouldn't really hurt anyone, because it's just 10 pulls, and 10 pulls is like literally 2 days or 3 days of playing the game. So yeah. Another thing that I think would make a lot of sense is making the story quest for characters cost primo gems. Because let's be honest, story quests feel like DLCs, and whenever I look at other games, I just start feeling bad for Hoyoverse, because they add these story quests, they hire the voice actors, they do a lot of work, and the players get to play them for free, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. And I feel like Hoyoverse deserves some profits in this area, because whenever I look at other games, these type of DLCs can cost you up to $100. Really? Another thing that I don't really think is a terrible idea, but I think the way I would implement it sounds really terrible for a lot of players. So it is to add 6-star characters into the game. And listen up here, there is a twist. So to obtain these characters, you would have to roll on a banner without any guarantees and without a pity system, and the chance of getting the 6-star character would be much lower. And also, these 6-star characters would be much stronger than the 5-star characters, basically introducing power creep to the game officially. Another thing that I think would make no sense at all is to add a trading platform to the game. Basically allow players to sell and buy characters, weapons, constellations, etc. Even artifacts.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
I can't even imagine how many scammers this would attract, and also how many accounts would get stolen or hacked from just innocent casual players. And there you go. That wraps up my top 10 most terrible ideas Genshin edition. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what else you would add to Genshin. And have a nice day. Bye.